do is talk you down. All they do is say negative, and this is never going to work, and that's never going to happen, and and so you believe it. You think you're not listening, but you can hear with your ears, and it flies into your spirit, and next thing you know, you begin to speak like them. You begin to talk like them. You begin to walk like them. And here, he's doubting, and God's allowing him to test. Why? Why? Because God knows that we're not gods. God knows that we're human. He knows that if we just come to him with integrity and we humble ourselves and say, God, look, I want to believe you, God. I want to believe you. And I can tell you there are times in the ministry in my life where I have questioned God's existence. Where I have said, God, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude. I don't mean to be rude. But God, are you really there? Are you really there? Because I'm going through this test and I can't hear you. And that's when he says, during the test, the teacher doesn't talk. I've already prepared you for this test. I've already prepared you for this battle. Don't you forget what I've already done for you. When God was talking to Gideon, he says, I'm talking to these people. I pulled them out of slavery. I pulled them out of Egypt. God is reminding them. Some of us need to be reminded right now that God has pulled you out of hell. He's pulled you out of sin. He's pulled you out of addiction. You may not be where you want to be, but you're for sure not where you were. And somebody needs to give God some praise today, because you keep, I'm telling you, don't you ever forget what God has done in your life. Some of you have been healed by his hand. Some of you have been delivered by his hand. Oh God, some of you have touched 5 people and said, don't forget. Touch 5 people and said, don't forget. How quickly we forget what God has done in our lives. And it's those times that I tell you, church, that when doubt seeps in,